Hey everybody, how you doing? It's a gorgeous day. I hope you're having a gorgeous day yourself. So a few videos ago, I did a video about this anorak, the Boreal Mountain Anorak. This particular model is called the Rough. And as I said in that video, this anorak is going to be the centerpiece of my winter clothing system. And it really has. I made the purchase and I haven't looked back since. Now I bought this item on the hottest day of the summer, I believe. I was getting ready for winter, and at that time I had a pretty good conversation with Andy about the product, his recommendations on sizing and whatnot. I found him very accessible, and I found that very reassuring when I was making the purchase. So as this is the centerpiece of my winter clothing system, I wanted to complete the system with the outer shell. So when I decided to add the outer shell to the system, once again, I had a pretty extensive conversation with Andy at Boreal Mountain Anoraks, and I want to show you what I have to add to this system. It's called the Manic Anorak, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to want to see this. So there it is, the Boreal Mountain Anorak Manic. Isn't she beautiful? It's just a gorgeous garment. It's beautiful, very useful as well. So before I put it on, show you how it looks on, I just want to talk a little bit about it. So every one of these Manics is made to order. So it takes about 7 to 10 days for it to ship. And one thing that impressed me is that one person makes the entire garment from start to finish. And when you get the garment, there is a tag with the tailor's name on it showing you who made that garment, and this beautiful garment was made by Diane. Thanks, Diane. So the main body of this anorak is made from 10-ounce canvas, and this is pre-shrunk and pre-washed, so it's not going to give you any problems in the future. It's pre-shrunk, therefore it really tightens up the weave of the canvas, making it even more windproof. So one of the first things you're going to notice, of course, is this fur ruff on the anorak. So there's different furs you can get. You can get coyote, even wolverine. This one here is Finnish coon. Now they're all available at different price points, but this one is an upgrade. Absolutely beautiful. Imported from Finland. Brand new furs, never recycled. And supplied from a furrier in Montreal with over 40 years experience, so top quality in every way. And fur is beautiful, but it also has a practical value, and I'll talk about that later. So this neck gauntlet is secured by Velcro. Now that's Velcro brand, hook and loop, not some cheap knockoff. It's going to last you for years, so you can adjust it to tighten it up, or you can leave it wide open to keep it vented. If you want this flap out of the way, you can simply attach it to there, and it's out of your way completely, allowing for full ventilation. The sleeves are fitted out with storm cuffs, so you can tighten them right up and adjust them. Keep the heat in, keep the cold out. Stitching is beautifully done, and this kangaroo pocket is embellished with this gorgeous native inspired trim. Very fitting, I think. So this kangaroo pouch is really great. It's super big, and it's very handy for storing items that you need to get to quickly. So a small first aid kit would be great to store in there, a secondary knife maybe, your fire kit, a pair of gloves, and you can access it through these pockets, one on each side. You can access the entire pouch, and hanging down the center there's a single D-ring for storing an item that you do not want to lose. Small flashlight or maybe your keys. And secures back up again. Nothing in that pouch is going to get away on you. Alright, so let's put this Manic Anorak on and see how she looks. So as you can see, it's big, really big, and it's loose fitting, but that's by design. So you can get it on and off easily. It gives you a good range of movement. So it's recommended that you order this Manic at least one size bigger than your Woolly, but it's actually preferred if you go up 2 full sizes so that you can easily get it on and off and it performs the way it's supposed to as an outer shell. So as you can see, I have full range of movement when wearing this. It doesn't feel bulky, it's not restricting in any way. So one thing you should really note is that these are designed to be worn as a system, okay? And it has to fit properly for that system to work properly. This canvas anorak is designed to work on the outside of your garment as a shell. It's designed to layer things underneath. So that's why you need the space underneath. So you can layer and you're ready for any type of weather. So this canvas as a shell is highly windproof and it's breathable. So the way it breathes is if you build up moisture inside your system, okay, it can evaporate moisture through the fabric. Okay, so that's one way it breathes. Another way this design works well is that you can vent it out your neck. Okay, this really helps for venting. If you open that up, you can just feel the heat pouring out. Okay, so let's talk about the hood and this ruff. So as you can see right now, I have this wool toque on. Over top of that, I have the hoodie from the rough anorak, and over top of that, the hood from the Manic. Now we can tighten this all up. And as you can see, everything fits beautifully. In fact, there's still lots of room inside here. So I could even wear a bigger hat, maybe a trapper style hat, something like this, in the real cold days. Okay, so this ruff looks gorgeous, but why fur? Well, frankly, at this point in time, nothing works as well as fur in this application. In extreme cold or in high winds, your nose and your cheeks are really vulnerable to the cold. Okay, you can get frost nip or frostbite just like that before you even know it. And what the fur ruff does is kind of break up the wind as it enters your face. It disperses the wind, okay? And that keeps everything nice and warm within the hood. It creates a nice warm climate inside the hood. That's the purpose of the fur ruff. And in extreme cold, you can bring this fur right over your face like this to completely shield yourself, you know. Keep your face, your cheeks warm, and this finished coon is going to do a great job. So one thing, these anoraks are long, they're cut big, they're cut very long, they're around the knees for most people. They come, you know, just below my knees. So you really want a full range of movement with something this long. It keeps you warm, but if it's too tight, you're not going to be able to bend down, you're not going to have a full range of movement. So the way they worked over this problem was to flare out the bottom. It doesn't come straight down, it comes out like this. So when you're crouched down in front of the fire, maybe collecting firewood, you're bent over, okay, it's going to really be comfortable. It's not going to be restricting at all. A lot of people like to wear these bushcraft style belts over top of their anoraks, and quite honestly, it is a really good way to carry your tools. Here I have my small forest axe, over here ferro rod in its holder. It's nice to have it accessible, and if you want to wear a belt, it doesn't get in the way of this pocket. I can access right to the bottom of the pocket, get at whatever I put in here, so that's nice when it doesn't interfere with that. I tend to use a neck knife in the winter when we're dealing with bulky clothing. Just another tip to always have access to your tools. So even when kneeling down, I have full coverage along my legs and my thighs, and you don't really have to worry too much about wearing this anorak around a fire. This canvas will repel sparks. It won't really catch on fire. If you do get a spark, brush it off. You'll be good to go. I mean, they are designed to wear in the outdoors. You're going to be around fires. You're going to be on the ground, okay? You're going to get them smoky. You're going to get them dirty. That's what they're for. Use them the way they were designed. So this is really just a quick overview on this piece of kit. I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't had time to use it extensively. But I wanted to show it to you before I use it on an extended trip. And when I do that, I will talk more about it, talk more about my experiences. But I am confident that it's going to work very well. And there's a very good reason for that. So I'm confident that this is going to work because it's not really new, is it? You know, this style of clothing is favored by a lot of people who spend extended amount of times outdoors. We're talking about trappers, mushers, people who live off-grid, people who rely on their clothing for survival. So really I'm benefiting from their experiences, and I'm confident that this is going to work for me. There's kind of a saying like standing on the shoulders of giants. I'm really benefiting from that experience, from their experience in the outdoors. That's why I'm sure it's going to work, and I will be talking about it in detail as I go through my trips. So stay tuned for more about this Manic Anorak from Boreal Mountain Anoraks. I love the wool anorak that I bought from them, and I've no doubt this is going to serve me well, keep me happy and warm throughout the winter. So as I go throughout the winter, I'm going to be talking more about it because I really love it so far. I'll link to Andy's website down below. You can follow that link to see what other products he has on his website, and you can also contact them if you so choose, talk about the products that they offer. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's awesome when you click on that button and share some of your time with me. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. You'll have that chance by clicking on the icon up here or up there. Very easy to do. Click on the bell icon as well. You'll be notified of future videos. So that's always good to keep in touch. Please comment. I love your comments. I don't mind starting a conversation in the comments section down below. It kind of helps me to learn what you're interested in and how I can frame the channel in the future. So you take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one, which hopefully will be very soon. Bye for now.